Hey everyone, welcome to the Eczema channel. Today we're talking about a topic that too many people have been suffering in silence from. It's topical steroid withdrawal. If you've used steroids, topical steroids for any length of time and then you've tried to come off of them and your skin flares and it's itching and burning and red and painful, then this video is for you. Today I'm going to explain to you what topical steroid withdrawal actually is, why it happens, and I'll share 5 tips that are really good to help you in your TSW recovery journey. So firstly, what is TSW? It's a condition that develops when you've been using the topical steroid creams for some time, and topical steroid creams do help when you have eczema. They do give you that rapid relief. The reason they work though is because they suppress the immune system in the skin, so it calms down the inflammatory cytokines that are being released, which actually contribute to all the itching and the flares. But they also have a side effect that thins the skin when you've been using them. So as you've been using these topical steroids for some time, what happens is the skin that's becoming thinner is now becoming more prone to irritation from pathogenic bacteria, and it's becoming more prone to irritation from irritants and things that come in, allergens or chemicals. So you're actually creating, by using the steroids over a longer period of time, you're creating a cycle where you become dependent on it inadvertently. Obviously that's not our intention. We use them because we get relief, but then we create these cycles where the skin is more prone to irritation. But also when we stop using them, the immune system in the skin actually brings back to life again, and then that causes a lot of irritation because it's now spotting the pathogens and the irritants that are penetrating that skin. So it causes these kickback flares when you want to come off. And that rebound can actually be worse than the original eczema. You might have been using topical steroids in one or a few areas of your skin, but when you get the TSW, that can affect all of your skin. It can affect your entire body. And here's the thing, TSW, or topical steroid withdrawal, isn't really officially recognized by so many dermatologists. They would just treat it as eczema, or they will say it's something else. It's a dermatitis rash. It has actually been recognized, I think, by the CDC now as a separate condition, which is good. That is a breakthrough. But what that means is so many sufferers, they're going to their doctors and they're basically being gaslit or made to feel like it's your fault. You didn't follow the protocol, you didn't use the steroids correctly, or it's all in your head, or it's just eczema, and so you're not actually getting the treatment and the recognition that you need, which further compounds the problem because it just makes you feel so hopeless. I can give you 5 tips that can really be helpful in TSW. It's not an easy road to recover from, but your body is hardwired to be well. So if you give your body what it needs, it will recover, okay? So these is the things. Firstly, if you haven't stopped using steroids yet and you're watching this video because you're thinking of stopping the steroids, then I can give you a very, very important piece of information. You've basically got to wean yourself off of the steroids the same way that you would wean yourself off a drug. If you were an addict, it's easier to come off if you wean yourself. You can trick your body into thinking, okay, I'm still using it, when you use less and less, and you start timing the intervals from when you use it to leave bigger and bigger gaps. So what happens then is it gives your body time to recover. Your immune system will start to recover in increments rather than a big wham and hit. Your skin gets time to start recovering and getting thicker. So that's the first thing I would say. If you haven't stopped using them yet, don't stop using them. Don't go cold turkey, because that really does flare this TSW withdrawal. You want to taper it as slow as possible and start building yourself. Taper it as best as possible while you're taking other measures to build up your skin from the inside out. So with that said, the first thing I would say is you need to invest in a water softener. Hard water is known to be incredibly irritating to dry, fragile skin. And when you have TSW or topical steroid withdrawal, you really do have dry, fragile skin. So you have to mitigate that hard water. You want to get a water softener that uses the salt blocks to change that into a soft water, and you will notice the difference. Literally within 48 hours, you will notice the difference on your skin. The second one, you want to get a histidine supplement. Histidine regulates histamine. So one of the things with histamine is it contributes to flares when you have histamine reactions from allergies. People who have eczema and who have allergies tend to be deficient in histidine, which is an amino acid. As I said, it regulates that. It also has a role in holding moisture in the skin cells and carrying that moisture up through the skin layers. So if you are deficient in histidine, you will also have dry, irritable, fragile skin. So researchers did some studies on patients with eczema, and they put them on a supplement of histidine, 4 grams in the morning mixed with a little bit of juice or water, and they gave them that for a period, I think it was 6 to 8 weeks if I remember off the top of my head. The end result of that was the effect of taking the histidine supplement was comparable with having used mid-potency topical steroids, but there were no side effects. So it's a shame eczema patients are not told that instead of being giving out the steroid creams as a first option. So you want to get this histidine, 4 grams once a day, and you can take that long term. There's no safety concerns with taking histidine. Another thing with histidine as well is people who have histidine deficiency tend to suffer from acid reflux as well. So if you notice you get heartburn and you get acid reflux, that can also indicate that you have a histidine deficiency. Right, number 3, use natural moisturizers that are rich in skin-friendly lipids. Your fat barrier, the lipid moisture that is also your waterproof covering, has been damaged from the steroid use and from the eczema. So you need to use creams that put that back with natural lipids, not petroleum chemicals. The thing with petroleum chemicals is it blocks your pores and doesn't allow the body to sweat. And then the sweat, you're still going to sweat, but the sweat is going to leach out into the surrounding skin tissues, and then you can actually get an allergic reaction to your own sweat because it's coming out in places it shouldn't be. I have a video on that, on why eczema flares when you sweat. So if you want to know more about that one, you can check out that one. I'll add it in the end. Unrefined shea butter is a very good option, and especially if you can soften that, melt it in a little bain-marie and add jojoba oil, then that will make it easier to spread because you don't want to be pulling your skin. Shea butter in cold temperatures is very, very thick. Another one you can use is a cream by Healing Alternatives. It's a hemp cream. It is absolutely lovely. It's one of my favorite eczema creams, and it really does help with eczema and TSW. I will put a link to that product. I'm not getting affiliate commission for that. It's not, I just love the cream, so I'm just telling that one. There's another one as well, tamanu oil. Not a lot of people talk about this, but tamanu oil is very beneficial for eczema and TSW. It's a very healing, very, very rich oil that's good for excessively dry skin, and it supports skin regeneration. So that's very good for people with eczema and TSW. And then another one is to support your skin. That's number 5. Number 5 is support your skin on the inside by eating a diet that is rich in healthy fats and amino acids, because your body needs these. Your body needs these to produce new healthy skin from the outside. When you have inflammatory processes going on in your body, it actually suppresses your ability to make healthy skin. It suppresses your ability to make skin proteins. So it's important for us to have a supplement of amino acids that help us to produce that healthy skin from the inside out. And as you're doing these 5 things, then you can start to rebuild your body on the inside. Your skin really reflects the state of the inside of your body as well. While you're doing these 5 things and you're trying to taper off of the steroids if you haven't already gone cold turkey, then you must be trying to build the skin back on the inside. And that means addressing all kinds of things on the inside: the inflammatory cycles, the allergy cycles, your gut health, your microbiome, your stress levels, your toxins. All of these things need to be looked at so you can support your body to become healthy. You are not alone if you are suffering from TSW. There are communities that can support you and help you on your journey. Please note that there is hope. Your body is hardwired to be well if you give it what it needs. And yes, it takes patience. There is no quick fix solution, but it is fully possible to recover from TSW. I've included a link below for my course and my book on eczema decoded. This would help you with TSW as well. It goes through all of the different processes that are going on inside of your body. I can't post this information online because I did do once and I got the video removed and I got a strike because some of the content is against the accepted narrative. So I've had to publish it in an area where it can be uncensored. But if you want access to that, then you will find that in the links below. And also I've put a link there for the tamanu oil and the Healing Alternatives hemp cream. Thanks for watching. I hope that this has helped you. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you try these things and you notice a difference. Please comment below in the video, because that will help other people as well to know that this is something that does actually work, and then they will know to try it. I know what it's like when you have eczema and TSW. You waste so much money and time and hope trying new things, thinking that they will work, and then getting your hopes dashed and your money wasted when they don't. But these things actually do work, and the things that I've got in my course and my book do work. So there is hope. Be encouraged. You can do this. I'll see you in the next video.